Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's BSV Iron to Gold Week 2 tournament. I am the Ace of Spades and joining me is Mayhem. Mayhem, say hi.
Hi.
And tonight we're going to be introducing Game 1, which is Plobros versus Carnivorous Alpha. And let's get into these pick bans. Mayhem, so far I've seen the Elise ban as we've just gotten this ban phase started. What do you think about the current ban state and also, both teams?
Jetman is a strong jungler, so taking away some early game craziness from him is a pretty good idea. Shen, just an all-around good ban. Set that might let's take a look at the op.ggs. That might be a specific ban. It doesn't look like it's just a strong champion for support and in the jungle. Sometimes it's seen top lane, but not as much anymore. Mostly that Hex Flash, super speedy boy, run in, punch people. Everyone else does the work. You just kind of survive.
Makes sense.
That's the way it goes.
As someone who has played top lane for a little bit of a while, playing into a Shen it's always annoying because you recognize that you actually are getting outplayed and you can't even blame it on the champion when you get solo killed by him. So it's good to see that getting banned, so you can always blame it on someone else. Morgana also being banned out. That's a pretty good support to get rid of. It might mean they're going for a high CC engage or a hook champ. What do you think about that?
I know checks and she does play it, but it's not like the only champion she plays. So yeah, it's looking like possibly Nautilus or Thresh or something like that in the bot lane. Depends on what they play.
Yeah, actually, well, it makes a lot of sense to get rid of that Morgana, especially if they're into that Nautilus Thresh. And we'll see soon enough. As we are, looks like we're getting to the pick phase. Is Mike Light backing out, or did
Nope.
Carnivorous not ban a champion?
They didn't ban a champion.
That's bold. That's a very courageous thing to do, especially with the Akali first pick. All right.
Okay. Draven is Bismarck's #1 most played ADC in solo queue. And Cobbs, if we take a look at his lineup of champions, he's got Swain, Blitzcrank, Nautilus, Leona. This man is a CC support. So yeah, that
Speaking
Morgana
of Leona.
ban definitely for that. Oh, Samira! Here we go. First tournament game I've seen Samira in. This will be fun.
This is Samira, big threat on the map. We all know about that 3 cooldown ultimate. It's going to be a complete mess in team fights. You got to focus her down quick, and with a Leona on her back, that is going to be an issue.
Yeah, a lot of potential for kills in lane. I'm curious to see what they're going to match it in the bot lane to try and survive. Interestingly enough, the bot lane not being picked. Usually, a bot lane is a high priority. You take the Caitlyn, Ezreal, something. You pick up the strong ADC, and the other ADC gets left with whatever they're left with. But no priority into that. We have the Galio mid lane, and Akali and Vi. A Vi ult into a Galio ult to lock down Samira is actually pretty deadly with the Akali on top of this as well.
Ooh, that's
They
your
have a decent response. Orianna's going to be able to out farm and kind of bully Galio a bit in the mid lane. But with a Vi gank as well, Galio Vi is actually pretty scary. Orianna's going to have to take Phase Rush and maybe even Cleanse and just be super safe in the back.
Yeah, what I'm actually really worried about is how this Akali's ever going to be able to get onto Samira. Samira with her W can really pop Akali's E and make it so Akali's main form of getting to that fight is just gone.
With a Vi and a Galio sitting on top of her, Akali can walk up at this point.
That is true.
That's
that is
a
true.
lot of lockdown for that champion.
Yeah, actually, you got a very good point there, because that's a
Leona
big
honestly
threat.
doesn't provide a lot of peel considering Vi's ult is unstoppable.
Yeah, you're right.
There isn't a lot. There's not like a Thresh. It's not some sort of a Lulu or something. This is really engage support, not really a defensive one, and they have a lot of engage on the side of Team Plo.
I just want to point out something I've noticed. Is it seems like Plobros is, when they're banning those top laners, is definitely trying to ban out those tanks. Why do you think that is?
They're super strong right now. Ornn is just like, no one wants to deal with that. Shen is super strong as well. Nobody wants to deal with that. Also, Kusho plays both of them.
Gotcha.
And plays them pretty well as well. So
speaking of super strong, that Camille lock-in, Camille has been pretty dominant this patch in top lane, and it's going to be interesting seeing Kusho on that.
Usually I see him on tanks, and there's not really a lot to go with the Camille. Like, the Camille ult pushes everyone away except for the one person she's ulting. That doesn't really synergize with what Orianna wants to do.
Nah,
She
yeah,
wants
it's
everyone
kinda...
to be bunched up. not spread everybody out with the Camille.
Yeah, the Orianna, Leona, and Samira, that makes so much sense because you can lock him down, you can snap him up, and then Samira presses that ulti while they're all together, and that's huge. But yeah, as you said, Camille spreads it out, isn't going to make anywhere near as much sense, but could potentially be locking down Ezreal, which might be nice because Ezreal, notoriously a hard champion to actually manage to get your hands on because we've got the flash, we've got the heal, we've got the E, and now they have a Rakan too. So
kind of a flexible. That's a pretty disengage heavy bot lane. They can get out of a lot of fights. Leona goes in. Rakan just knocks up Samira and says, "You can't hit my Ezreal. I'm just gonna jump back to him now. We're gonna walk out of here."
Yeah, totally. Is that a Twitch jungle
for Jetman?
Ooh.
I don't know. I think Plobros' team comp it seems stronger to me. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, they both have. It seems like they both have these team fighting team comps, apart from Camille being a kind of a bit of an anomaly here, going for the split push. And I actually agree with you here. Plobros definitely seems to have that. Like they've both got team fights, but Plobros has the just hard front to back, get in the fight, and just take them all out.
Galio Rakan Vi sounds scary as hell.
Terrifying.
If you're a Fed Twitch or a Fed Samira and you want to try and get into a fight, Vi Galio says no.
It's going to be so annoying. I mean, Twitch might be able to abuse that range, and if Orianna gets a fantastic ball off, Camille could just be serving as a ball delivery system, and that would work. But if Orianna gets a good ultimate off, that would be a complete fight winner, because you've got the Twitch spray and pray, you've got the Leona solo flare. It's going to be fantastic. It's a great wombo combo, but the issue is, will they survive long enough to actually be able to get that off?
I think we're sponsored by someone, aren't we?
We are, and as we've just hit that spectator delay, we are actually going to give you huge thanks to both Aussie Broadband, who is going to help really keep us online and making sure we're all keeping going here in BSV, and True Haven Esports, which is a Discord server which is built around coaching and helping players improve. So it's huge thanks to both of them for really keeping us up and running.
Yeah, thanks guys.
But with that, it looks like these are the comps, and as we've hit the spectator delay, we are going to throw it onto a quick break here, and we'll be back soon.
See ya.
As I fell to the ocean floor, fading light through an open door, I saw myself rise with the water. And they thought they could keep me down, hold that breath and watch me drown, but all they did is push me higher. We don't care what they say, we will be here all
All right, and we are back with 5 members of Blue Side just piling into the river there. We've got the bird team right here just sitting in that brush, waiting for someone to walk up here. Okay. Well, while they're walking around trying to get this vision, Mayhem, do you want to quickly run us through the first buys and runes?
Interesting. Corrupting Potion mid lane. Oriana, she did take the phase rush, which I was expecting. Teleport is a bit risky against Vi, but she went with it. Let's see how that goes for her. Got the Doran's shield top lane, pretty standard stuff. And usually we see the Corrupting Potion for Galio. He's going for a Doran's ring this game. Bit of health. That's cool.
Makes sense. I guess the corrupting pot on Galaxy Bear kind of shows that he really doesn't want to deal with Galio in lane, just kind of want to keep that lane sustained up so he can shove the waves, and when he gets to that level 6 mark, can just roam down and secure some kills.
I don't like it.
Yeah, okay.
I guess Galio is a bit of a poke, and here's what I'm talking about the poke. So
Yeah, already.
having the extra health is okay. But yeah, I prefer the Doran's ring, to be honest, into this matchup.
Makes a lot of sense. And also
You
it's a
can
lot easier
bully.
for...
You'll have the
Doran's
health,
CS.
you'll have the extra damage.
Yeah, totally.
You do have CS in its lane, you can beat him up, even though he does have that magic shield.
Ooh,
like
we've already
this.
got a little bit of stun going on there. Samira juggling Bismarck right there, who's going to...
Twitch is top lane!
Oh, that's very nice, Jetman. Getting that gank on Lucky. Lucky has to flash away straight away. That's going to be huge. Already on 10% HP, probably has to recall and waste that teleport, meaning Lucky has no summoners in the top side of the map.
Jetman had flash there. He honestly could have secured that kill. I'm not sure why he decided not to. He's going to go into the jungle and catch out Vi here. But they just kind of back away from each other.
Seeing that Vi is actually going to be a huge advantage because, yep, and already Call Out and Checks are really pressing that level 2 advantage. They know Vi is topside, which means they know that is free to do. Lucky teleporting up there, already taking a little bit of damage, but oh, Jetman's seriously out of position. No one can really come to him right now. Vi's going to be running up. Lucky's going to be going for that passive proc. Is she going to get it? Yes, she is. Jetman having to walk away. And oh, that's a Galio right there. Flarepex landing that Q, but not quite the E. That could have resulted in a kill, but Galaxy Bear chasing them down with the corrupting pot. That burn is going to be real. Is it going to be enough though? No, it is not. Flarepex gets out of there, still with flash up, but doesn't see Jetman. That's going to be first blood.
Yeah, good job there. Sneaky little rat move into the lane again. That's the power of Oriana. If you get away, my mouth is tying its tongues in my knots.
Oh, that's
My God, what is going on? Anyway, phase rush. You catch someone out with phase rush, you just run them down. He was just waiting for the ball to be back on top of his head, because if you throw the ball from too far away, it just flies through the air for ages and doesn't get the hit off. You need to wait for the ball to reattach to your head before you can do it again. That's why he didn't secure that kill. But Flarepex not respecting the Twitch and walking back up. Jetman picks it up. Free, easy, done.
Yeah, Twitch getting first blood gold. How do you feel about that? Do you think that's going to bode well for their team?
That's Twitch's job. He has to gank. If he just sits around and farms, he's going to be putting a lot less impact on the map than Vi is when she hits 6 and starts getting those crazy ganks off. He needs to basically just take a camp, gank, take a camp, gank. Anytime that there's the smallest opportunity to gank, that's where he needs to be.
Right, and speaking of smallest opportunity, it looks like Twitch might actually be heading back to the mid lane. Currently passing through, getting very sneaky, using the Q, being very stealthy here. Flarepex is not going to know what hit him. He still has flash, he still has ignite though. He's going to get out of there just fine. Proccing the aftershock, getting the taunt, keeping both summon spells up, and oh, he's very low though.
It's the second time someone's gotten out with no health and Jetman had flash. One all attack and an E would have secured that kill. As he goes to bot lane now.
Oh, that's going to be a very nice use of stun, but just as you said earlier, Cobb's running and knocking up, but Bismarck is so low. There's the flash we were looking for, but it's not going to be enough as Vi collapsing on there. Cobb's picking up that kill. Checks and Colin are running away as fast as they can, but Vi's going to get stunned out. And let's see if this Samira can do anything. They have the level advantage though, and that's going to be the knock-up. That's going to be the Q. That's going to be the teleport coming in here. Things are not looking good for their bot lane. Never mind. Cobb's goes down. As Vi goes down too. Checks taking that kill. Bismarck and Cobbs walking out of there, and it was a 1-for-1 trade. It wasn't spectacular, especially because it's Leona getting the kill, but a 2-0 Rakan, that's a much better alternative to the 2-0 Ezreal for red side right here.
Yeah, and Chex gets the kill there as well. All of the carries starved for gold, asking their supports, please, Just give me something. Pass me a coin.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's just how it be sometimes. As Cubs sitting on 2-0, getting those early Moby boots and control wards, though, that's gonna give a lot of map pressure to Plobros over here, as they're gonna quickly be able to walk around, secure these drakes, and definitely look to get some more roam potentials off.
This vision is really good here for Plobros. Jetman coming to look to clear a bit out. He's not going to see the pink ward. He might be able to get it if he walks into that bush. But a lot of blue side are here. Oriana's up clear of the pink ward on the top side of the map. This could be dangerous here if the blue side team decide to collapse.
It really could be, as we've got Kusho crashing that wave in though, and she does have TP,
bot lane.
so that's gonna be an interesting trade. But if Camille can really show that wave,
Bot lane.
oh, I like that Q right there. Bismarck's gonna have to E away there and trade actually pretty well considering they just ease out WQs. But Cobbs is, oh, he's gonna be stuck there. That's gonna be the Zenith Blade landing, immediately stunned out. That's gonna be the juggle we've been looking for. And he's taking a little bit of damage there. That's gonna be the grand entrance, so getting a very nice 2-man knock-up as Cobbs is forced to retreat. But oh, what's this? The Galio is running right in, as is Vi. As Vi immediately takes out Leonin. Oh, Jetman, you poor thing. You are alone there. There is no one saving you. As it looks like Flarepex is going to pick up that kill. Vi is going to be trying to close that gap using that Q. Vault Breaker not deciding to go in for Collat though. Instead, just looking to rotate up to Drake. They have 4 people down here and they can probably take it even though Kusha just...
These fights were almost pre-predicted in Champion Select with just the way the team comps have gone though. Ezreal and Rakan just dashing away, running away, kiting back, and then Galio and Vi are like, all right, let's go back in now. And then picking up kills. These carries, they don't have any protection. Leona can't help them. She can stun one person out of the 3 people jumping on them, and she's going to do her best, but it's not a Janna to knock them all away. There isn't a lot of disengage from this champion. And Rakan Ezreal just runs away. It's so hard to engage onto them with this team comp.
Yeah, absolutely. And while Leona is incredible at getting those long-range engages off, it's nothing compared to the Ezreal's ability to just flash halfway across the battlefield and just dip.
The only real appeal on the team is Oriana. So these team fights are going to be really strange when Vi Galio starts to jump in. Vi can peel, Galio can peel. Akali's going to be diving in on the Twitch in the backline. And they just have their comp works well because Rakan and Galio can both peel really well and also engage really well. So they have the option. They can peel back and then turn the fight on them.
Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense here, but we've seen not a huge lead happening right now from top lane. It's still pretty even, but that ATS is going to matter eventually, as there's going to be a little bit of a jungle skirmish here. Jetman's going to get flashed on with the taunt. You can't taunt flash, but you still can flash taunt, as Vi's going to use the ultimate right there. That's going to be the hero's entrance. Oh, Jetman, you didn't need to do that to him. He was already dead.
Why? Galio walks away from the kill, only to ult in and take it.
That was just mean. That was
overkill.
Oh my god! But we do have that very nice wave crashing down and forcing Bismarck to farm under tower. That means a couple minions might be missed here. And wow, Collat has a huge CS lead, but even still, it's just not mattering. Using that tower, Bismarck is just sitting there and just trading so well.
Fine top lane actually.
Yeah, speaking of trading so well, that's the perfect execution going down, but it's not enough as Lucky has to unfortunately dip. But Collat sitting on 40% HP does not want to be in this position, especially when Cobbs is about to hit level 6, about to have access to the quickness. That is a free lockdown with RW Flash.
They're coming up on a 1k gold lead here as well for Plobros, which is going to be really good for them. A lot of pressure on the bot side as well, so next Dragon, that's a lot of pressure for them, could be for them. I don't know if we're going to be prioritizing Heralds, but the 5v5s just, it seems to be going to go in the way of Plobros. If they all group on this Dragon when it comes up, I don't really know. They're just going to push Jetman and the rest of Carnivorous Alpha off. I don't know if they can do anything about it, really.
Kusho is doing an excellent job top lane, by the way, of just zoning Lucky out as that wave is crashing. So Kusho's not going to miss much XP and CS, but that's a Hextech ultimatum. Lucky is not looking in a good position. That grass proc just does so much damage. Lucky getting solo killed by Kusho, and that lead just started expanding.
Yeah. Big CS discrepancy in the mid lane as well, like I was talking about. Orianna does have the advantage to farm. She is going the Tear of the Goddess build too, which means that she will have the shield from the Seraphs later on. A lot of infinite mana so that she can survive through team fights. A lot of the times, if you don't go for the Tear, you can be pushing waves and then have not that much mana for the next upcoming team fight. So you really need to be
Okay.
careful to back at the correct times. Having the Tear of the Goddess means that she can spam push waves and also have like half her mana left for a team fight, which is really good.
Yeah, and speaking of a bit of a team fight happening right here, we've got 3 people grouping around bot lane. The hero's entrance is not up just yet, but it's going to be up any second now, about 20, maybe 30 seconds from now. Flapex can start walking down, and as he is already, and gonna be able to take advantage of that while Lucky and Kusho are sitting top lane with no TPs. So when this fight breaks out around this next dragon in about 55 seconds or so, Cloud Drake spawning in, reducing the ult cooldowns, it's going to be interesting, to say the least.
Jetman going top lane as well, right before Dragon spawns. This is not as good as it could be. Vi is going in the mid lane though.
That is beautiful right there. Landing that Ballbreaker to finish him off. Vi picking up that kill. Currently 2-1, as is the Galio. Hectic Revolve doing so much damage. And Jetman positioning up topside. If he is seen, they will be able to go for that Rift Herald in mid lane. And as they do right there, Lucky using the perfect execution, they're realizing, oh no, that's a Twitch there. And just running the hell away. Getting out of there with her life, just barely.
It's the wrong side of the map to be making plays though, especially
It is.
around the time of the Dragon.
But
we get
speaking
free
of
mid
making
tower because of
plays-
Jetman's positioning.
I think of making plays, that was a brilliant counter engage, but the Samira ulti is just too much for them to handle. Bismarck going down, Cobbs having to go away, and with Drake spawning in 3 seconds right now, Galaxy Bear teleporting in, this Drake might be theirs because they know bot lane's just had to recall. But hang on a second, that hookshot's going to just barely save Kusha's life top lane. Lucky, you almost getting that solo kill revenge, but just not quite.
The bot lane is actually roaming towards Dragon now. Jetman really out of position. Galaxy Bear still farming in the mid lane. And this Dragon is going to be secured.
Yep.
Jetman not prioritizing the Dragon. He
It's,
is really weak and behind at the moment. You don't really want to be 1 and 3 on Twitch. You
Yeah,
need to be
that is
ahead
correct.
or else you're behind.
Of course.
Really behind.
Yep, and yeah, like Twitch finishing that blood race now is nice at 12-minute mark, but again, it's just not going to be enough. You need to have some more items at this point in the game, and you need to be able to be in a position where you can actually snowball through these team fights.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, not sitting at 1.3k gold behind. Things are not looking good for Carnivorous here. 2 Drakes down, 1 tower, and over 1,000 gold.
Might be a weird thing to say that if you're not ahead, then you're behind. But like with Twitch, if you're behind on Zac or Sejuani or some of these utility champions, you can still impact the team fights. If you're
Yeah.
behind on Twitch, you start tickling their backline in the back, and they ignore you and go kill Samira. You
Yeah, of
don't do
course.
anything.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of Samira, sitting in a very comfortable CS and kill lead over this Ezreal, that's a pretty good position right now. 112 to 84 CS. That's going to start adding up.
Yeah, the CS on Ezreal really is the story of bot lane at the moment. The only way that that fight went the way it did is how much gold the Samira had.
Yep, absolutely. And that Essence Reaver, I mean, that's gonna be huge, especially in the next fight they have, because we do see the Solar Flare, and I mean, Inferno Trick is always off cooldown, but you know, Solar Flare is now off cooldown, as is the Quickness, as is True Shot Barrage. So next time they have that 2v2 in bot lane, all of the stuffs will be pulled out.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to look at what is coming up next. Is that Baron or is that Second Herald? I think it's Second Herald, right?
That's gonna be Second Herald.
Definitely. It's 14 minutes in. What am I thinking? Second Herald, and we have the Vi positioning around it too. Seaman Demon. He's a good jungler. He's prioritizing the objective. He's getting there first. He's coordinating with his team. He's going to do a gank on top lane. He's trying to make plays around the map where he can get something else as well.
Love to see the Vault
Makes a
Breaker.
play. Yeah. He gets half health on the Camille, and now the Camille is going to have a tough time trying to help defend against this Herald that he's going to take. And that could be a top lane tower off it as well. Jetman again on the wrong side of the map from the objectives.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's a hook shot right there, but what he doesn't realize is Vi is right there. Oh, that's a Hextech ultimatum, but it's not going to be enough for some reason. Vi is still in that area. That's going to be the Assault and Battery. Under the tower, though, is it going to be enough? Just barely. The Hero's Entrance might be enough to keep him alive. No, it's not. That is tragic. A huge amount of shutdown, extra 150 gold, as well as a kill onto Lucky means that Kusho is now 3-1 and is coming back to lane with a full Triforce at 15 minutes.
That's going to be scary for the Akali to deal with. It's huge pressure in the top lane. And it's also, the failed dive is going to secure the objective for Jetman as well. They could get a tower mid lane off this, maybe. I think Galio might going to be there in time. It's going to take Twitch a little bit of time to kill this. He doesn't have the most damage for objectives right now.
Yeah, he's not exactly sitting in the greatest position. 1 and 3. He has again. He's got the Blood Razor and he's got 3 daggers. It's not enough. It's definitely not enough to be taking these objectives. That's mine. Was that Rift Herald? That was Rift Herald just taken. I stand completely corrected.
It took him a long time.
It took him a while, but he did it, and no one saw him do it. So, you know, that was nuts. Looks like, oh, that's not. Oh, that was so close to landing. Zenith Blade through the Arcane Shift, but just not quite. Flarepex getting that vision control.
There's 4 of them potentially with this Galio ult.
Ooh, interesting. Yep, Cobbs is sitting there, has the quickness up, ready to do the play here. Get a very nice CC play, but unfortunately, Flarepex gonna have to walk down all the way like a normal champion would instead of having to do the Hero's Entrance because he used it topside trying to save this Camille. So trying to save this Vi from Camille. A little bit of
Vision
trade
control on this Orianna high covering so that the Galio just can't get a free roam off, saving the bot lane a lot. This ward might see the Vi before it times out. It's going to be so close. It will see him, but I don't know if it matters. Wow. The big jump out.
That's going to be the quickness, and yep, that's so unfortunate, but Chev is just gone there. And speaking of gone, Kusho, oh, what are you doing? You're way too far up when there's a Galio in the game. No ulti, no problem, this Galio says, and just walks on up there and makes sure Lucky can actually stay alive. I mean, look, Kusho had that Triforce, had that advantage. It was such a good play to make there, but unfortunately, she just didn't expect the Galio.
Good players on both sides of the map here by Pluribros. Winning on both sides, and now they have pressure on Dragon. Jetman is just so useless right now, just trying to get farm. Vi is out farming him and having 10 times the impact. Look at that kill participation, 7-1. That's sad.
Yeah, Cobb's having a feeling that Jetman's going to be there because the spray and pray steal is very real, but instead he's given it up, conceding it, smiting Gromp as a sign of defeat, and just trying to take some more camps and get back in the game.
He's honestly going to have to like clean up a back of a team fight or something. He can't go in at the start or he's just going to die. And
Speaking
here we
of
go,
going in, by the way,
Galio.
Oh, that's going to be the flash away. That's going to be a beautiful command shockwave, but there is nothing to follow it up right there. If only there was a Samira or Leona sitting there, that would have been a triple kill with ease.
As we see his team's just resetting now. Oh, that's going to be a death cap second item for Galaxy Bear. I think he needs it. His team is not doing the so crash hot. Camille can just be CC'd. It's going to be hard for her to do the damage that she needs to do. There's a lot of peel. So the Galaxy Bear ult is going to be pretty big in team fight. Disengaging for his team, shielding his teammates. He needs that damage.
Absolutely, and look, we're in a position right now where the gold lead itself isn't too much, but everything else is just gargantuan right now. We're sitting with Vi having a full level up onto Jetman, and that is nuts, because that is just objective security right there. That is smite priority, and Vi can quickly grow that lead just by ganking over and over again and just growing that XP and just keep getting better at it. And at the same time, we're sitting with a 3-in-1 Galio on the map who just keep roaming down everywhere and really making it, though, even if a lane is losing, they're not really losing when there's a 3-in-1 Galio in the game.
Yeah. The jungle advantage is huge as well. If Jetman sees Vi in a dark alley, Vi presses R, Jetman is dead. There is nothing he can do at all. He's too far behind. He isn't on a champion with a dash or some sort of tankiness or any way of getting out. He has nothing to defend himself. He will die.
Absolutely. It's going to be really unfortunate because that's what's going to happen. Every objective contest is that Vi walks up, just points to Jetman and says, yeah, you're mine. And there's no smite anymore.
Hopefully he ignores Jetman and just presses it on Samira, because then they just win the fight outright.
That is true. That is true. Oh, that's great. The True Shot Barrage used to clear the way of Samira deciding not to W that, interestingly enough. I said I think she got hit by it. But, regardless, Jetman taking that blue. Is that going to hit 11? That is not going to be 11 just yet. As, yeah, Vi currently seeing a very comfortable 2-level lead at this point. I'm sure Jetman's close to 11, though. So, well, we'll find out with this next Drake spawning up in a good 2.5 minutes. As, it's going to be a pretty chill time. There's a bit of a lull in the fighting, as, it's going to be really only Kusho and Lucky trading up in top lane. And it seems like there's going to be a little bit of an air round, though, with Flarepex and Cobb just sitting mid lane, with Vi just kind of drifting between mid and top. So mid and bot.
The dive that Kusho failed up top lane when he got attacked by the... Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, that was a beautiful... the hero's entrance, not necessary, but I mean, hey, it's a free assist.
And that's what we're talking about happening every fight. That's some scary stuff right there.
Yeah.
I was just saying that the dive that Kusho failed in top lane, he had a big CS advantage, and he had a kill advantage too. He was very strong. He got that Triforce down really early. He lost all of that advantage by that failed dive.
Absolutely. Oh, that's Brave Prey. Prompting Lucky Slash wasn't a necessary flash at all, but it was definitely a scary situation to be in right now, being sprayed and prayed by a Twitch. So I guess it makes sense.
I like the flash. Oh, that would have been hilarious
Oh.
if he had have taken that E.
That would have been so tragic.
So I like the flash because then he doesn't have to back off the tower.
Okay.
If he flashes and takes less health, then Camille and Twitch can push him off the tower and potentially even kill the tower.
Right.
The flash is just keeping him healthy enough to be able to sustain and stay at the tower in case of any aggression on the tower.
Alright, that makes sense. As we're in a really interesting position where Jetman has finally finished that Runons and Berserkers, is starting to get back in the game. 2 items down, 1 more to go for that coveted 3-item power spike on Twitch. That's going to be incredible as Galaxy Bear is moving in with Jetman. They're definitely starting to group around this Drake, and if they don't get it, though, that is going to be an infernal soul for the Plobros, and that's going to be a really rough time for them.
Carnivorous Alpha does, for the first time in the game, get positioning on the dragon before it spawns. They're there first. Usually it's been Plobros, every single objective, they've been there first. This is really, really good, and what Carnivorous Alpha had needed to be doing the entire time. So good job by them.
But is it too little too late, though? That's the issue, because we've got Plobros have such a great lead right now and such a great comp for taking these objectives that now they've finally started kicking into gear and coming online with Carnivorous Alpha. It might be just too much as, ooh, a teleport was interesting, but they're not going to capitalize on the 5v4 right now. Because, never mind, I was wrong, it's definitely turning into a 5v5. Ezreal's a bit cut off, but that is alright for an Ezreal who can just get around any obstacle.
Dragons have started.
Dragon has started, and it might even be taken here as, it's going to get reset though. We're definitely having a bit of a contest between who can get it when. And that's a very nice stun, locking down support there. Cobb's going down straight away. Hero's entrance going to come in though, knocking up checks and knocking up Collar. That's going to be the Infernal Trigger, immediately getting cancelled though by the Taunt. That's going to be a double kill, however, for Lucky, as Master Kucho gets a kill onto Bismarck. Flepex is on a rampage though. Things are not looking good. Vi is going to be, after having killed that, Orianna is going to be looking to try zone out Kusho, who might go for a hookshot steal here, but it's really unlikely to work, as Vi throughout all of that fighting knew to hold on to the smite. And never mind, Kusho is just gone. That is so unfortunate. Lucky giving chase, but that Infernal Soul is just as good as theirs.
Everything used on the Rakan in the start of that fight. Orianna ult, Solar Flare. Twitch was trying to do his best, but the only saving grace there was Kusho trying to do what he can. But that teamfight just went the way that we've been expecting it to go as soon as these teams have grouped up. And Infernal Soul, on top of all the AoE that this team has, is terrifying.
Yeah, it is actually, that actually, you're right there. That's gonna be nuts for them. I mean, look, again, the goal difference isn't too much right now. It's 2k, but that's not the end of the world. They can come back from that. But the issue is the souls. They haven't gotten a single Drake, and when one team is sitting on extra, essentially full item from just like ult CDR, the healing, and just the adaptive force they're getting, it's so unfortunate.
And what we're looking for here is the Baron posturing. This is the next 5v5 is going to happen, and Plobros really want to push their advantage and push for that 5v5 at Baron. If they go there, then the other team is forced to come and fight them. If they don't, then Jetman's going to farm his jungle and he's going to actually start slowly getting back into the game. If you force them to fight, they cannot fight via Galio with a Ezreal poking him in the back. It's not going to happen. So they have to force this Baron right now, and they know it too.
Absolutely, but the question is, if they force this Baron with the shredded resistances they'll have, can they still even get this team fight win? Because I mean, yeah, forcing it right now in just a raw 5v5 situation, that's great. But when it's a 5v5 and then Baron against one team, that's when it gets tricky. That's going to be the Galio getting the Q off the Luden's proc just for a little bit of poke.
Double back, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. They need to push for this Baron.
Yeah, but they also have to stop Kusho from pushing. Although, having TP, if they go for the Baron, Kusho will be there, and whoever's coming down to stop them will not.
They're doing this kind of faux posturing thing where all 5 of them are mid, which means they're not spreading out the XP, they're not spreading out the gold, whereas the other team is. So every second they're not forcing this Baron fight is a bonus advantage going towards Carnivorous Alpha. They have to push for this Baron, or else they have to go and match the lanes and push them out, which they decided to do now, but...
Oh, that's going to be a surprise, as Jetman's going to be hiding there the entire time. That is a beautiful hero's entrance, so landing a 2-man knock-up. Collat, though, is going to be trying to be chasing them down, though, and that's going to be a great play by Flareplex, diving onto that backline. Leona is looking so low and is just going down. Kusha's going to use a hookshot, but it's not going to be enough. The Grand Entrance just barely dodged, though. That's going to be the Hextech ultimatum. Is it going to be enough? Flareplex a huge amount. The Vault Breaker is going to result in a double kill for Vi, as they force the fight around Baron just like you were saying they should, and as a result, they got an ace. They can get the Baron, and it looks like they're going to get the game.
4v5 team fight, and Plobros just destroy their opponents. Jetman tries to assassinate the Ezreal there, and Ezreal just assassinates him right back.
Absolutely.
He is not a very fed Twitch. It didn't go well. Galaxy Bear did a lot in that fight, but in the end, it wasn't enough. They just have so much damage. They got that Dragon Soul poking them down every couple of seconds when it comes back off cooldown. It does so much extra damage, and now they have Baron as well. They could just look to push down one lane here. I think that they can dive them, and it just
they can afford to
a
ARAM this now. It's great.
Yeah,
they can really just afford to run down mid lane and abuse their advantage that they have. And because that advantage went from a 3k gold lead to now what's looking like a 5 or 6k gold lead.
Look at the choo-choo train down mid lane. They're all going.
They're all running down there, and it's gonna work as well, because look, Jetman needs to finish that IE, or I believe that's going to be an IE, as soon as possible, because if he doesn't, the game will end.
Yep. And I don't even know if that's going to be enough. It's going to do a lot more damage, it's going to be more useful, but still, at this point, Vi can auto-attack him twice, and he will die.
That is true. That is
she did so much damage to Galaxy Bear in that last fight, it was terrifying.
Those Baron and Power minions really doing a number on them, but it looks like Jetman's going to be trying to go for a bit of a flank here. That's interesting when the rest of his team is just not even in position to do that, but that's fine. And oh no, that's gonna be the Vault Breaker right into Kusho, interrupting the hook shot. Kusho is really not looking in a good position right now, trying to run away. That's gonna be the Assault and Battery to finish him off, as Vi is dominating 9-2. That is just incredible play from her and from Flarepex, who's currently 6-1 and just dominating the map.
No objectives up, which means the jungler is free to do what she wants, and she goes down and solos the top laner. It's not usually what happens, but when you're this fed, I guess anything is possible.
Yeah, of course, and I'm pretty sure that Kusho is actually the same level as the Vi, if not even maybe even lower level. So, yep, Vi can absolutely afford to that. The hero's entrance is going to be coming in there. That dive was, it was attempted. Oh, that's going to be the quickness, though, which might be enough to get a really interesting play there. That's a 2-man taunt, and oh, there goes Samira, there goes Leona, there goes Orianna. 3 members of the team down. They had a tower, they had everything, but it's just not enough.
The extra damage on Dragon meant that Rakan is actually a damage threat. He was almost killing Jetman alone.
I noticed.
With
that was
no
terrifying.
help.
And oh, that's another Assault and Battery going down. Kusho is once again just feeling that pain. Hextech ultimatum used to try to get away, just get back to Fountain. Jetman though looking so low. Oh, can he survive that Q? Yes, he can. But that 2 Nexus towers down. That's the Nexus so low, and ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Plobros is going to be progressing from game 1.
GG, well played.
Absolutely.
Plobros are going to move on to the next round in our BSC tournament. Gold night, that is.
Yeah, no. So, what did you think of that game, though? That was so unfortunate for Jetman, though. getting that first blood at the start, and then just getting shut down time and again. He was so close to finally coming online, and it was just too little too late.
Flowbro's rotation to objectives was much better than their opponents, and they just ended up winning a lot of early game skirmishes, which means that their objective control was just tenfold, and they just won through dragons and barons and fights around those objectives.
Absolutely, I agree with you here. As yeah, this Vi and Galio comp, that was fantastic, and I really hope we see it again next game, which will hopefully be beginning very shortly. We are going to chuck it onto a quick break though, and we'll see you guys.